It was about 5 years ago. That day was strange, with the autumn wind blowing cold. By evening it was already dark, and the streetlights were sparsely lit. I had just moved into an old house with my friend Maya. The house was over 100 years old and came with various rumors. One of the most persistent was that something lived in the basement. After finishing unpacking, we were resting in the living room. Suddenly, Maya suggested we explore the house. I was a bit uneasy, but my curiosity won, and we started looking around. The house was vast, filled with old furniture and dusty decorations. We found the stairs leading to the basement and slowly descended. The basement was dim and filled with cold air. Suddenly Maya found an old box. She excitedly opened it. Inside was an old doll intricately made, almost lifelike in its appearance. But its eyes emitted an eerie glow. "This doll is creepy," I said, but Maya was fascinated and decided to bring it back to the living room. We placed the doll on the table and continued talking. Suddenly, I thought I saw the doll move. "Did the doll just move?" she asked. I was too scared to speak. After a moment the doll seemed to move again. Fear overtook us and we left the room. However, the next morning, the doll was standing in front of our bedroom door. "Who put this here?" Maya asked, but of course no one answered. We went to work that day, but when we returned, the doll had moved again. This time, it was sitting on the living room sofa. That night, while watching a movie in the living room, we heard faint footsteps from the hallway. My heart pounded as I nervously went to check. The doll was standing in the middle of the hallway. We trembled as we put the doll back in its place, but we couldn't sleep that night. From then on, the doll started moving around the house every night. Sometimes it would sit on the kitchen table or stand in front of the bathroom mirror. Once, we found it sitting at the foot of Maya's bed, and we screamed in terror. One night, we decided to throw the doll away. We wrapped it in an old blanket and took it deep into the nearby forest. We returned home, feeling a bit relieved, and went to bed. However, the next morning, the doll was back at the front door, its eyes glowing more eerily than before. "I can't take this anymore," Maya said. We decided to lock the doll in the basement again. But the next day, we found it sitting on the living room sofa once more. As the fear consumed our daily lives, we finally consulted a local antique dealer. He took one look at the doll and said, "This doll is cursed." He promised to take it away and purify it. Since then, our lives have gradually returned to normal. However, I can never forget the cold eyes of that doll. Sometimes, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I feel like the doll's smile is watching me from somewhere. Remembering those terrifying nights deepened my fear of dolls. I just pray that the cursed doll never returns.